Doing the centers, 24, 24, because the ends wouldn't reach out 24 inches. Bolts on the top, ledger locks on the bottom.
All right. How you doing there? Good to see you.
Amen. Daryl's in for a surprise.
What?
Daryl's in for a surprise.
Yeah. I
He
think
thought it was a regular committee meeting.
well, summer people got here at 6:09.
6:10.
Well, actually, no. Ted's got a big speech.
Oh, okay. 2 sentences, Ted, that's all you need.
Like it. Yeah, 2 words. Pass it. Yep.
Okay, we're ready to go. Good evening. Welcome to the Elyria City Council Special Council Meeting for Monday, July the 19th at 6 p.m. At this time, I take a moment of reflective silence followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Ms. Keys, would you please lead us in the pledge?
I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Mrs. Keys. Mr. Clerk, can I have roll call, please? Mr. Callahan?
Here.
Mr. Sarah?
Here.
Oswald?
Here.
Baird?
Here.
Mrs. Mitchell?
Here.
Mr. Tolet?
Here.
Mrs. Simmons?
Here.
Mrs. Davis?
Here.
Mrs. Keys?
Here.
Mr. Jesse? Mr. Stewart?
Here.
10 present. Mr. Jesse called, he was trying to make it to the meeting, got stuck in traffic, so we're not sure if he's gonna be here or not, so I'm assuming not. Okay, at this time, if he does not make it, can I get a motion to excuse Mr. Jesse due to traffic?
So move then.
Second. Moved by Mr. Baird, second by Mr. Sarah. Any further discussion?
Question.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. You are hereby notified that a public hearing will be held on Monday, July 19th, 2021 at 6 p.m. to consider the following. Notice to hereby given the copies of the proposed tax budget, estimated encumbrances and balances, estimated revenues, and estimated expenditures of the City of Elyria, County of Lorain, State of Ohio, for the calendar year, fiscal year 2022 will be on file beginning Friday, June 25th, 2021, in the offices of the City Finance Director and the Clerk of Council, and will be available for public inspection by contacting the Finance or Council offices pursuant to the requirements of law. The proposed tax budget indicates the estimate revenues, estimated encumbrances, balances, and estimated expenditures for the year 2022. Public hearing. Public hearing. Are there any proponents?
Thank you, Mr. President. Ted Pileski, Finance Director, City of Elyria, 131 Court Street. So what you have before you is the 2022 tax budget. We're required by the High Revised Code to prepare this and submit it to the County Budget Commission in July of the prior year. So basically, what this document does is we start with estimating what cash balances will be at the end of the current year, beginning of next year, by fund group, and then estimating revenues that will come in 2022, and estimating expenditures for 2022, and then coming up with a final estimated cash balance at the end of 2022. So basically, this document is submitted to the Lorraine County Budget Commission, and it becomes our beginning point, our starting point for our Certificate of Estimated Resources, which is the document that enables you to appropriate monies next year. So at the end of this year, I will amend this, the Certificate of Estimated Resources to replace the estimated beginning cash with actual cash figures, and then amend it for any changes that I might have as far as revenues to come in during 2022. And then that document then becomes a working document through the course of the 2022 as far as estimated revenues and how much can be appropriated by fund group. So the two particular items in this tax budget, one was, of course, the rescue plan money. We're scheduled to receive another $9 million plus next year, so that's incorporated into this document. And on the bad side, of course, is the loss of Bendix. So I had to reduce my normal revenue estimates for income tax revenues by the $1.5 million in withholdings, plus an amount for tax on net profits that I can't really make public because it's confidential. So upon your approval, I will submit it to the Lorraine County Budget Commission. It's actually due in their office tomorrow. And then again, I will, at the end of the year, amend it for actual cash figures.
Very good, Mr. Pulaski. Any questions for Mr. Pulaski in regards to his comments? No? Are there any other proponents? Are there any other proponents? Are there any opponents? Are there any opponents? Are there any opponents? I declare this public hearing has been held. An ordinance adopting the tax budget of the City of Elyria, Ohio for the fiscal year beginning January 1st, 2022, and declaring an emergency. Mr. Tolet.
Mr. President, I ask that this ordinance be passed in its first reading under suspension of rules and declared an emergency.
Second.
Second by Ms. Davis. Is there any further discussion?
Question.
Question's been called. On the suspension, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. On the emergency, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. On the passage, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Ordinance 2021-116. And that's all the business for this evening. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Sears, second by Mr. Baird. Is there any further discussion?
Question.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried.
Thanks for having me.
Make sure Brubaker didn't get out of here.
Yeah.
We're gonna look to do, executive session. Community development. Opportunities for the downtown.
So it's gonna be in the joint meeting?
Joint meeting, executive session, just so.
So not the actual council meeting, joint finance.
Joint, we'll go to executive session, week from tonight.
Okay.
So it's gonna be about downtown.
I heard about it.
All right.
Good stuff.
I think so. It's more about the same, but I think it's gonna be more, you know.
Good deal.
Yeah, we're just trying to do that for Monday.
See you guys.
I know.
Just try to make sure.
I'll do them when we're digging too to see what else I can.
Yeah, all right. Judy. So Monday.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, good night.
See ya.
Oh, that took some work.
Yeah, it did. Oh, I could have been getting up.
I don't know. It's a different.
No power over you.